This is Canva. Canva is a design tool great for making informational posters. For art class, we will typically use these to explore elements and principles of design and use them to make a graphic image. If you're being asked to draw or create something using traditional art supplies, this probably isn't the best program for you to use. Chrome Canvas might be a better choice as you can draw in that program. When you're ready to log in and you click the login button, you're going to log in with Google. When you log in with your Google account, make sure you select the account that's associated with your school. This will bring you to the home page. There are a lot of things such as recommended for you, your designs, brand kits, creating a team, and your folders. Your folders and your designs are probably the only two places that you may look for your designs. The rest of these are templates. Remember, we're fine artists. We're going to create our own images from scratch rather than repurposing someone else's. Canva was originally designed so that businesses and other people who are working independently can create easy posters and logos for themselves. We're going to use it in a different way as a tool to be able to make our own posters. To start, go to the top corner and select Create a Design. When you create a design, we don't need any of these posts because we're not going to be using them. Simply just choose Poster. Poster will bring you to the dashboard, which will have all of your controls. For our first project, we're going to be making a poster about one of our art class agreements or expectations. You could do an expectation that relates to being respectful, responsible, or safe. Anything that you've recently used will come up here in the recently used section. There's also a lot of templates available to you. Be wary of these templates as I'll be looking for more independent work. This is taking someone else's work and just repurposing it. I'd rather see what your creative mind does instead, so try to avoid using templates. And to begin your poster, you may want to start with a background, which is located here. When you click the background, you're going to see that there's lots of solid colors and there's going to be a lot of patterns. These backgrounds would be a great start to your poster. You may want to try something colorful or bright for this first poster. When you hover over the posters, you'll see that each one has an indicator on whether it's free or not. Most backgrounds are going to be free, but you may see a few that say Pro with a crown. If you do, those will not be available for you to use. I really appreciate this background because I like geometric shapes and the color. You can go ahead and click and drag it to your poster. It'll automatically resize for you. Now I have this great background, but I need some items to put on top. I've decided to do a poster on being responsible, and the aspect of being responsible I'd like to showcase is being on time. Then I might need some text. I could add a heading, subheading, or a little body of text. If we're making an informational poster, headings and subheadings are going to be your best place to go because they're easily seen. So I'm going to type be on time. When I type my heading, I can also choose different fonts I could use. These fonts or typefaces can add a little flair to your poster. Keep in mind that you still have to check whether or not these are free or if they're going to cost. It will not let you use it if they let you cost. This looks like a great start. Keep in mind that these titles may not be directly editable. If they are, a little sidebar will come up. I can get rid of this old one if I don't like it and use this new text instead that better fits my purposes. Your artwork should include text and images. I can shrink it using the corners and make some room for an image. Keep in mind your words will automatically adjust to the size of your box, so if you drag the sides, they're more likely to fit on the same line. I like the way this looks, but I think I definitely need an image. I'm going to go ahead and center this before moving on. The center guide will come up if it's centered. Now I need something for time. I can go to Elements and use shapes and lines to create my own time. So I could use a circle for a clock and lines to make the hand. Another option is to look for the clock. If I type in clock, a lot of elements will come up. There's simple and complicated designs. Many of them are free. You can hover and find out. If you see something that says Pro, that means that somebody has created this image but expects to be paid for it. When you click and drag to use it, it's going to have watermarks on it. When I zoom in, you can see it's got that hatched pattern and it might say Canva on the top. That means it's owned by someone else. So please delete and use something else. I want a clock that really represents time. I want something that's simple but stands out with my project. This one is free and it matches my poster, so I'm going to try this one. Awesome. Now I have a poster on being on time. There are lots of different elements you could explore. I could put more than one clock. I could include a laptop or a Chromebook. If I look up laptop, again, check that you see that they're free. This would be a great image to use because it has a clear background. Now I can expand this to as large as I need it to fit on my poster. If it shrinks too much, you can go ahead and reverse it the other direction and make sure it's centered. If you need something to go to behind another shape, you need to move it first out of the way. Click the shape you want on top. Click Ctrl X to cut it out and Ctrl V to put it back on top. This lets you adjust the size and the order in which those shapes appear. Now I have a poster that indicates you should be on time to your Zoom meetings. I could add more text to explain that if I would like. Be mindful of your colors, text, and images, making sure that it sends the message that you want it to. Maybe I want it to be more positive, so maybe I'll include a thumbs up. There are lots of different kinds of images, so make sure you explore and see what works best for you. This simple emoji should work fine. You could even use this button on the bottom to tilt your emoji if you need it to fit better. Remember, the more details you do in this image, the better. If you go to Canva and make your own drawing, or you take your own picture, you can always upload it using the Upload tab. Click the Upload an image or video from your device. It'll open up all of your folders of the things that you have. You can also download images from our Google Classroom. I will include some maybe images of Herbie or other things you could use for your art class. For example, if I want Herbie hanging, I can open that one. It'll now download it to my Canva to use. I can click and drag this Herbie anywhere I need him to go. I can resize him and hang him where I need him to be. Maybe he's hanging from our computer, so this would be a great spot. When you're finished, you're going to want to go ahead and share this poster or save it. To save this poster, you're going to click this arrow here that means download. It'll say PDF print suggested. What might be better for you is actually a JPEG, which is an image file, and click download. It'll prepare your design and take some time. You don't need to print now or any of these features. This is more for businesses who are trying to print the poster for their business or their home. Just click the X here. When you minimize your window, you may notice that Be on Time is now on the bottom. You can click and drag it to your desktop and then try uploading it to the desired place. Remember, to upload, you need to go to the assignment in Google Classroom and insert the picture there. Please see the assignment for more details on the feedback that you might receive. When you're ready to go home, you can just click the home button or click simply X out of canva.com. If you need to go back to your design, you can go to all of your designs and it will show you all the designs you've ever made. If you need additional help, try asking a friend or email your teacher for more help.